inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hi, everybody. This is Char and Sunny. Today's a somber day. It's 9/11. And I would like to have everybody say a little prayer for all those who lost their lives at the World Trade Center and at 9/11. It's really important for all of us to pray for those living and deceased. And people don't realize that it's still important when someone passes over to still send them energy and healing and love to help them. So if you want to say a little prayer, I think it would benefit all those who we have lost and that we miss. You know, I've been doing this work a long time, over 40 years. And grief is grief. I mean, even though I believe there's a spirit world, I know there's a spirit world, when I lose someone, I miss them. And it's normal to miss them. Although the little edge that those of us have is that we know that we will see our loved ones again on the other side. And it's so comforting to know that when it is our time to pass over to the spirit world, we won't be alone. And that when we look in that bright white light, they'll be waiting for us and saying, okay, come on. Because, you know, there have been people who have had near-death experiences and they see the white light and they'll see their mother or their father or their grandmother and they'll go, no, 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 it's not your time yet. You need to go back. You did not finish your work on the earth plane. You did not finish your purpose on the earth, so you need to go back and you need to finish what you didn't do yet. And those are the people, and we will be doing a show on that as well, because those are the people that have been there. They've been to the other side and back to talk about it. Now, because it's 9/11, I thought we would talk to one of my clients. Now, I hope you don't think I'm bragging or touting my own horn, but in the 90s, when I was reading for people, I told more than one person that there would be terrorism in New York. And I don't even know how many times I said it, but I just felt it. I didn't know what date, I didn't know what day, I didn't know what time, but I just knew that this was coming. So my client, who I've known for many, many years, Mike Blackman, is so kind to be here to tell you the story that we have together in his journey with understanding intuition, psychic phenomena, having a reading, and listening to his own feelings, because Mike is very, very intuitive. So Mike, can you show Mike? Uh-huh. Oh, there he is. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Char.
It's so great to see you.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm honored.
You know what? I'm honored. And seriously, you kept saying to me, if there's anything I can do for you, if there's anything, and I usually don't take people up on things like that, but I'm grateful that you're here today. And I'm grateful that you want to tell people the story. Now, how long have we known each other?
It's around 40 years.
40?
Around 40 years, yep. I was home sick from work one day And for whatever reason, I was watching a daytime talk show and you were the guest and doing what you would normally do, reading for people in the audience. Char, I never watched I've never watched another daytime talk show in my entire life. That was the only one. I don't know what drew me to that.
Wow.
But I was intrigued and skeptical, but something drove me to make a call and book an appointment. And we met in Sherman Oaks. I think that's where the apartment
Oh,
was.
that was 40 years ago.
Was that 40 years ago?
Yeah, I
And
forgot.
boy, I walked in skeptical and I walked out a true believer. I mean, not
Wow.
only are you good at your craft, you're
Oh,
genuine and authentic
thank
and
you.
very, very special. So it's really been it's been something for me, something special.
You're so kind to say that, really. And I mean, I'm the one who feels honored to know you and that you trust me and that you trust me with your family.
Oh, I do indeed. There's been many occasions, in addition to this 9/11, you probably don't even realize it, but you've made some significant difference in our lives.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know. I truly don't. I care when I read about the next thing I'm going to do, not what I've done. So, wow,
well,
thank you.
well,
Well, can we go back though to was it in the 90s when I,
yep. I moved from San Diego to New York in 1996. I was my whole professional career has been in securities and banking. And I was recruited by a firm to move back there and open an office for them, which I did. And we had very good fortune, and it was very successful. But it was New York, and I'm kind of San Diego at heart, and that's where my kids were. And so, in 2000, I gave you a call and said, Char, I'm kind of thinking of leaving. I've done what I said I would do, and I'm kind of thinking of leaving and going back to San Diego. And you said, um, stay one more year. It'll be the highest earning year and that in my career,
uh-huh,
and it'll allow me to retire.
right.
And boy, Shar, you nailed it. You nailed it big, big time. But
Whoa.
then 1 year later, in February of 2001, I called you once again with the same question. Is this a good time for me to leave New York and return back to San Diego? And you said, and I'm going to read the quotes from my notes that I wrote down.
Wow, you
You
still have
said,
the notes?
terrorism is not going away. Something big is going to happen. You said it's something to do with transportation. You said, I don't know for sure. Could be rail, could be subway. I'm not sure. Probably in New York. And this would probably be a good time for you to leave. And in
Whoa.
April of 2001, my wife and I went back to San Diego. And that's significant because we were both in the Trade Center building every week. Me for business, my wife would ride the subway every week at a minimum to get, the subway had a train station in the underground in the Trade Center. And they had a theater a discount theater ticket booth there that my wife would go to a lot. But also, she took friends there and visitors frequently, and the Trade Center was part of the tour.
I had
So
no
we were
idea.
there a lot, a lot. And so thank God, we were able to leave the city in April of '01.
Wow. What,
Big deal.
thank God you left and you went back to San Diego.
We went back to San Diego. Yep. And I'm subsequently now retired. All was good. But there were many other things that led up to that retirement. And what you may have forgotten or probably don't even know, early on, I gave you, my mother had very poor circulation in her leg and her foot. To the point where the pulse in her foot was negligible and it caused her a great deal of pain. And it was a challenge for her just to walk. So she elected for bypass surgery to replace the veins in her leg.
Hmm.
the surgery didn't work. Worse, the wound as a result of the surgery didn't heal. And I remember distinctly, about a week and a half after surgery, my mom's still in the hospital, my father called me almost in tears, and they said, the doctor wants to amputate mom's leg right away. They booked the operating room. And I said, Dad, whoa, just hang on, amputate. And he said, yep. And he was beside himself. And I said, okay, well, just tell them to wait. I don't care what they say, just tell them to wait. I called my wife, and she instinctively said, why don't you call Char? And Char, I did. I called your office, and boy, they put me right through to you. They were terrific. And you said to me, I see her walking out of the hospital, but it's up to you or me to find the right surgeon. So I called my dad back and said, just wait, just give me the afternoon. And he said, no, they want to do it right away. And I said, just wait. He said, okay. I spent the balance of the day finding that surgeon. My mom was in the Kaiser healthcare system in LA, and so we found a surgeon, a brilliant surgeon in Woodland Hills. We transferred her there, and the first two he operated on her twice, and that neither of those surgeries worked, but the third one did, and she did walk out of the hospital.
Oh,
You saved her leg.
what a blessing! But
Unbelievable.
you saved her life.
Well,
Because, I'm just the conduit. The messages come through me, and I do my very best to interpret what I get. But just as when we all have intuitive feelings, the most important thing is to not just listen to it, but act upon it. Because if you hadn't acted upon that, your mom would have been an amputee.
She would have. I attended one of your, I don't know if it was you call it a seminar or a class.
Oh, I have
on intuition.
workshops. I have intuition workshops and retreats.
Now, I attended one. It was a full day class.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even begin to tell you what happened, or it was, but at the end of the day, there was a final exercise where you would turn to the person sitting next to you, in my case, a complete stranger.
Right.
And you would read for them. And I go, are you kidding me? How do I do that? But I did. And I was able to articulate in detail her living room, the throw rug on the floor, the color of the walls, even the view from her window. To this day, I don't know how I did that, but I did.
But it was almost, well, wow. So I don't know if it wasn't really remote viewing. In a way, it might have been like remote viewing because you saw where she lived.
I don't know. I don't know how. I've never met the person before in my life, but
did you get any names or anything else about her that flipped you out?
No, we hadn't even spoken during the course of the class. It just was coincidence we were sitting next to each other for that portion of the session.
My favorite thing that I do besides doing my readings and connecting people with their loved ones on the other side and helping them prevent problems and attain goals is teaching people to be intuitive, because truthfully, the future can change at any moment, at any second, because of someone else's choice or decision. So all of us need to be in sync in the moment and be on top of that. And I feel like the rest of my career, I'm going to be spending a lot of time teaching classes, teaching online. People can call my office if they want to take the class, because I'm also going to be doing a retreat for people in I think in this February of 2015. I don't know, when people watch this, it's going to be on YouTube, so they might at times, they might watch this. Who knows? Hopefully years and years and years from now. But I will be doing retreats, and they can call my office if they want to come. And I'm going to do a 3-day meditation, intuition class, intense. But the one thing, Mike, that I love about your story is that you empowered yourself by knowing that you could read on demand. See, there's two ways of being psychic. One is at random, when you're just in your everyday life and a thought comes and it says, call your mom, call your friend, or, don't go down that street, go down that street, and you find that you prevented a problem. The other is to focus on someone and really get into their energy and their vibration and feel them and then say what you see about them, because that's what I do in my readings. And you were able to do that, which is fantastic. I have to say, the majority of people who come to my classes, by the time they leave, are being able to read for people. Now, I'm not saying that they are psychologically or emotionally ready, or my classes are not for professionals to go out and do this for a living. But it is an amazing tool to get through life.
It blew me away.
Well,
I've not been able to do it since. I don't know what happened,
Wait.
but it did happen.
But wait, have you done it since?
I don't think so.
Okay, but have you been more aware of your own intuition since you've done it?
Perhaps.
You're a logical man.
Yep. That's true.
But when you get a gut feeling, I think you're very intuitive. Like you're thinking of someone and then they end up running into them or calling them, or doesn't that ever?
I've just always kind of attributed it to coincidence, but I think you raise a good point.
But see, there are no coincidences. There are no, and plus you have a huge heart and you're such a kind, good man, and you're also humble. So I bet there've got to be stories that Chris, your wife, or your son, Michael, have had about you where come on, tell me one story where you had a feeling about, I have a feeling there's something that you're not telling me. Like I have a feeling like you prevented a huge problem, or something told you to not do something and it saved you in some way.
Well, on an earlier reading once, you foresaw either my wife or I getting into an automobile accident, and you said, I want you to take a different road, a different path in your driving, because I see an accident coming. And then we were trying to figure out if it was her or if it was me. Sometimes it's like a little puzzle.
Right.
And so we assumed it was my wife, and she did change her route. We lived in the area we lived in. Rancho Santa Fe has a lot of winding, curvy roads, and she chose a different road. Well, we were wrong. It wasn't her. It was me. And in fact, I did get in a car accident. I was going a little bit too fast around a very sharp curve. Unfortunately, I rolled the car, completely totaled it, and I should have chose a different road, a different path.
Okay, but did you have well, okay, that was in a reading I said to you.
I was in a reading.
Okay,
Yep.
but what about a feeling you had? Well, thank you for sharing that with us, by the way. That means a lot to me. But tell us something that's happened to you personally that you had a feeling about something in your own life.
Boy, that's, I was in the securities and banking industry, and so a lot of that is there's some gut instinct. Of course, a lot of it is numbers and analysis, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is just gut. And knock on wood, I was right more than I was wrong, and it served me pretty well.
And you were able to retire at a young age, right?
I was. Yep. We were able to. We sold our home right before the real estate bubble and rent. I mean, we just did a lot of things.
Okay. Well, what made you sell your?
Retire.
Wait. You had a feeling to sell your home before the real estate bubble.
Yep.
That alone is intuitive and wise, and you were proactive about it. How many people?
I was proactive, but it seemed obvious to me. But
no, but see, what's obvious to you and intuitive to you isn't always obvious and intuitive to the rest of us.
Well, that's possibly so.
And I had no idea that you were working in the World Trade Center. I had no idea.
Well, I wasn't in there, but the company that bought us did have 2 floors in the Trade Center, and I
Right.
had a lot of friends there.
Right.
And so I found myself in the Trade Center very frequently.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. Okay, so did you have any friends that were in the Trade Center
I did.
that passed on?
2.
Have I
Yep.
ever picked up on them or?
No, not that I don't. No, I don't think so.
Do you ever connect with them? Do you ever feel their energy or?
No, I think about them, but say prayers, but no, nothing really more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Families still mourn, I will tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard. I've done some readings for people who lost loved ones in the World Trade Center. And it's just devastating, and no one really knows how someone else feels when they have a loss, and especially a tragic loss like that.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, well, you've had losses in your family. You've had some,
We have.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
with your daughter-in-law and
Yep. Yep.
really, how's your granddaughter anyway?
Terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific. We're really blessed. In fact, our twin granddaughters have a birthday tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
And our other one will have a birthday on the 25th of this month. So it's a really special time for us. They're great.
Wow, that's really special.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course. So, okay, well, what do you think your life would have been like if I had not said to you, move?
I was wanting to leave. Actually, I wanted to leave a year before. You said no, stay, and I did. Your advice all along had been so spot on.
Okay, but thank you. But that's not the point. The point that I'm getting to is something was moving you intuitively to move. And maybe I said wait a year so you can make a lot of money, which was great. But you still had a pull.
That's true.
Either
that or New York was pushing me out of there. I don't know.
Yeah, you still on your own had that pull to get out of there. And it's when you have that feeling and that intuitive pull that is important to listen to and act upon. Because I would think now when you have a pull like that, you don't need to talk to me all the time because you do it yourself.
Well, that could be very true. Early on, you helped me identify whom I believe to be my guardian angel. And I've just always been very fortunate, and I've had more than my fair share of good luck. And I've always attributed it to my guardian angel just looking out for me and taking care of me. Perhaps it's also a combination of intuition, or I don't know.
See, it is. And it comes so naturally for you that you don't even realize it.
Perhaps. I've just been awfully lucky in my life, Char. I really have.
Mike, we've known each other for 40 years, but do you know that I didn't even realize that you spent time in the World Trade Center until you did that testimonial for me on Dr. Phil that time?
Yep.
I was in the audience watching it and I went, oh, really? I had no idea. Well, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing this knowledge, because if there's nothing else that I would like all my friends and CharVision to know is that we all have intuition and that we all can use it to help our lives. And I would love to teach each and every one of you who want to. You can go to char.net, because this is I feel one of my purposes why I'm still here. And Mike, thank you so much. Send my love to everyone, okay?
I will indeed. Thank
Okay,
you for
okay.
everything.
It's great to talk to you.
Thanks.
Be well.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay, don't go away, you guys. We'll be right back. If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me, or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. Hi, everybody. Okay, I have a guest with me right now, and her name is Lisa.
Hello.
Hello. Can everyone see Lisa?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. That's what happens sometimes in this studio. John is the chief cook and bottle washer. He's the editor. He's the camera guy. He's helping produce. He's doing everything for us.
Lisa right now. There
Here's
she is.
Lisa, pretty lady.
Hi, thank
How are
you.
you? Yeah,
thank you for inviting me.
Of course, this is so my pleasure, and I'm so thrilled you're here. I think I should turn my phone off so I don't have any noise in here. Okay, I'm going to read for Lisa. That's why she's here. This is a live reading. I'm gonna, this might be my real near-death experience.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not too. Did you make a list of people living and deceased?
I did.
Okay, so do you have it? I don't want to see it, but you need to look at it. Or
I
mean-
did not make it. It's on the phone that is over there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Let's
just
take
take
it.
your phone. I don't want to see it, but
Okay.
just in case, because the reason that I have people make a list of names of people living and deceased when I do this is because we forget. I mean, and especially when I'm reading for people, there's some kind of drain, like emotional, energetic drain that goes on. It's not emotional, it's energetic. And people become blind to it. I mean, they go, I'll go, who's Mark? And they'll go, I don't know a Mark. Oh, wait, my husband's middle name is Mark, or something like that. So anyway, if you can just be open-minded about everybody living and deceased.
Absolutely.
And I know sometimes when people come for readings, they hyper-focus on one thing, but if you could just be open about everything, that will help me.
I've had one reading in my life, and I learned exactly all those things
Oh,
that
you
I did
did?
wrong from the first
Oh,
one I
good.
had.
So you won't do that now.
So I won't do that
Okay,
now.
and I always say a prayer of protection before I read, if you don't mind,
Please, yeah.
because in everyday life there are good and bad people, there are good and bad spirits that we at CharVision all understand, all my friends understand that. We ask the universal consciousness that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. I'm seeing somebody who's a J, like a Joseph, or John, or James, or is there a J? Or is it a female J?
Female J.
J
is
with an N in the name, like
Yes.
Joan or
Yes.
Joanne?
Yeah, Joanne.
Joan, that's why
Joanne, yes.
I'm sometimes off with the name but not the sounds. Is this family to you?
It is.
Is it your mother?
No.
Who is this?
A cousin?
Oh, it's a cousin. Are you close with her?
I was not.
Is she deceased?
Yes, she is.
I feel like she's here.
Yeah. She was the one who showed up last time, and I didn't recognize her. And I'm happy to say hello, Joanne.
Okay, so maybe that's why she's back again.
I think so.
I feel like
Wow.
I don't think I feel like she didn't live a long life.
No.
Like her life was cut short.
Yes, it was.
And but I feel that she's showing me an M. So you must have somebody that's an M, an A or an M initial.
Deceased?
Yeah, or living. I don't know. She's telling me about somebody. Is there a living?
Well, May is our.
Don't say names.
Oh, I see. Right.
May is who?
Actually, it's.
Is it an M or an A?
It's not her name. It's what I.
Is it a nickname?
Yes.
Is it your grandmother?
Yes.
Is it like Mima or Mommy or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. It's possible. Was that her grandmother too?
Yes.
I think she wants you to know she's with that person.
Oh.
I usually get the first name though. I don't usually just like it. Well, sometimes I get a nickname if
Well,
it's
the
Mima
first-
or Mima or.
The first name is also an M.
And
but-
is her real name M-A-R, like Mary?
Yes.
Or is her real name Mary?
Yeah.
Or Marie or Maria?
Mary,
Mary. Okay.
part of it.
She's here. Mary Ann, Mary Rose, Mary something. Okay. Mary Louise. I don't know
Yes,
the name.
Mary Louise.
Mary Louise.
There you
Okay.
go.
Mary Louise is here with your cousin. And for me, it comes in like that because it's validation for you to know that, you know, they're together.
Wow.
Somebody lost a child around you. Do you know, did your mom lose a child or did your grandma lose a child? Did Mary Louise?
She had 14 children, and from what I understand, they all lived.
They all lived.
Yes.
But are they deceased now?
yes. There's quite a few.
I feel like she's with her child.
Yeah.
Okay, so she lost a child, but she didn't lose a
Right,
baby.
exactly.
She lost her child. So I feel like she's with her loved ones. Do you know Robert or Richard or R?
I'm going through them.
Or
now.
is that somebody living? Who? You don't have a Robert around you, or a Bill or Bob, or William or William.
Bill?
Bill, who is that?
Is it living? Is an old friend.
Okay,
My
was
oldest
that a
friend.
romantic friend or just a friend?
No, like
No. Okay, I'm mixed up a little bit.
Okay.
And then also there's a J deceased with your grandmother. So there must have been. Did you have did you know her children?
Yes.
Was there a J?
I'm going through. There's 14 of them for
A
them.
J or G, like a. I feel like there's a J or G, like a John or Joe or something like this. You don't know?
No.
Or a middle name like this?
She has a brother, Joe.
Okay, she's with Joe.
Yeah.
And then who around you is Mike or Mark or Matt or M? Who is that?
I have a friend, Michael.
Is just a regular friend?
Yeah.
Did you work with him?
Yes.
Are you working with him now?
No.
Are you wanting to?
Um.
Is Michael living?
He is.
Does he want you to work with him?
Yes.
And are you not sure if you should work with him?
Well, the opportunity hasn't presented itself.
But you'd like to.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We worked together for many years.
Are you creative? Are you
Yes.
artistic?
Yes.
Do you do anything with either media or film or TV or
Yes.
stuff like that?
Yes.
Keep doors open for everything. Don't just be closed-minded about one thing. Be open for everything with your work. And okay, your grandma's in here again. I'm hearing Annie or Ann or A. Do you know Ann?
No.
Or a middle name Ann or A?
Hmm.
Or is there a like Joanne, Diane,
Well, my sister's Patty Ann.
Patty Ann? Okay, so she's living,
Yes.
your sister.
Yes.
Was there a health scare with either her or your immediate world? A health scare?
Yes.
Was it with Patty Ann?
No.
Or was it with your mom?
My mom.
Your mom?
Right.
And is your mom still living then?
Yes, she is.
But is your dad deceased?
My dad's still living.
Your dad's still living. Okay. There's a man here with your grandma, so maybe it's your grandfather. Has your dad had some health issues?
Yes.
They're saying they need to keep an eye on his circulation.
Yes. Yes.
It's I don't know if it's heart or blood, but it's very important to be on the right medications for his circulation because it could stifle. Something could be, I don't know. Did he fall?
Blocked.
Did he get dizzy and fall?
Yes. He's had circulation is a huge
Yeah,
issue.
I see him. I see him having circulation or having dizzy and fall, and he needs to communicate with people so they can take care of him, and so it doesn't get worse than it is.
Well, yes. Thank you.
Who else is L beside? Is there another
Right.
Louis or Lois or Louise?
Well,
or
my sister,
is she an L?
her middle name is Louise after Mary
Louise,
Louise, and
okay.
then my daughter's alive and she's an L.
Your daughter's an L?
Yeah, and she's alive. Yeah.
Is it L with an R in it or an N in her name or just starts with L?
L. Yeah.
It's not Leah or,
No.
but it's an L.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't think I know that. Is she interested in creative things as well?
Yes.
Is she artistic as well?
Yes.
And do you have her helping you or working, or I don't know, is she performing or doing anything with music?
Yes.
Dance or music?
Music.
Is she a great musician or she's learning?
Yeah, she's an intuitive musician. Very good. Yes.
And she can play things without
yes.
reading music.
Right.
It comes naturally.
Mhm.
She's gifted.
Yes.
And I feel it's important to encourage her with this because she brings this ability from another lifetime. She's an older soul.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that when we come to the earth and a child who can sit at a piano and play Chopin at the age of 2 or 4 knew this in another lifetime. So we bring back memories from other lifetimes. And I feel that this is what your daughter's doing. Are there 2 L's
Yes.
in her name?
Yes.
Like Leela, Lila,
Yes.
Lily, something like that? It's a name like that, right?
It is. It is.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And is there a D, a male D, a David, a Daniel?
Daniel, my husband.
Daniel's your husband.
Mhm.
Is he looking for more work or different work or change of work?
He is very in flux
He's
right
very, I feel him frustrated.
now. Oh, yes.
He's having a hard time.
Yes. Yeah.
He's also losing a little bit of his mojo. He's getting insecure.
Right.
Are you going to let him watch this?
Oh, I'll tell him right after. He's literally next door to here. I'll
Oh,
race over and let him know.
He is.
Yes.
Okay. You mean he's working here?
He is working next door. At
You're
Paramount.
kidding.
Yeah.
At Paramount. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
And
It
that's-
will come around for him. He needs to own his power.
Mhm.
I don't know if he's going through a midlife, like, all these young kids are out there doing digital things and I'm older or whatever. He needs to own his power because he has great talent. He's very good at, I'm not even sure what he does exactly with his creative stuff, but he's very good at this.
Yeah.
And it will come around for him. He might do some things freelance or
Right.
part-time with something and then end up does he want to do something of his own, like his own business, or do you want to do your own project?
He does. A version of what you're saying is the situation. He's got a full-time job, and then it's the side project that he's stressing
Okay,
over.
well, the side thing he should not give up on because there's going to be great opportunity for him. Is he doing anything with digital with that?
No.
Okay, I'm a little confused about what it is that he's doing with it, but I see that he should not give up on the things he wants to do on his own, but he should also keep his day job.
Yeah.
Whatever that is that he's doing.
It's good to know. Keep the day job.
He should do both. He should do both.
Okay.
Yeah, he should definitely do both. Somebody's limping. So is that your dad?
Well, with the circulation
In his
problems,
foot?
Yes, in his foot. It's bad. Yeah.
Is there anything with diabetes or just circulation?
No, it's
Okay.
yeah.
Did they say that they may have to operate on that foot?
Not that I've heard, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I'm not allowed to give out medical advice. That's
Right.
the thing. I'm not really allowed. But I feel like there's other maybe alternative things or other things that can be done if he's open-minded to it to help him.
Okay.
And then they're showing me, are you wanting to change your house?
No,
Are your parents?
they did recently.
They recently moved?
Yes.
This is a good move for them.
Yes. Yeah.
Did they sell something?
Yeah.
Did they sell their house?
I sold the house it was my house that they were living in, and I sold it. So that was my
Yeah, because I
connection.
saw a for sale sign.
Yeah.
So that's good. You sold. I feel like it was a smart thing to sell it, and it was good
For them.
the way you handled it.
Good. Yeah. It was hard, but it was
Mm-hmm.
good.
Is there only one Daniel? And there's not a middle name Daniel. Just one Daniel, and that's your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys lose your pet?
No.
Do you have a dog?
I do.
Does that dog run outside?
He does, yes. And we have gates, and I'm paranoid, so.
But
Of
do,
him.
do the gardeners leave the gate open?
The gardens and the pool people do, and it freaks me out, yes. So I got to.
See, let's stop a second. I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
You are paranoid about it. So one, I always say when you use logic, common sense, and intuition, you get your best answers. So logically, you don't leave a gate open when you have a pet, right? Common sense is you got to watch your dog because the dog likes to run away. Intuitively, you're feeling, I've got to be on top of this. Now, intuitively, the important thing is to act upon it. Because if you're paranoid about it and you're thinking about it, and I'm bringing this up, and I'm bringing it up
Out of the blue.
yeah, out of the blue, that I'm concerned about a gardener or maybe pool man or somebody leaving the door open and your dog going out on the street.
Yeah.
Or a coyote.
Yes.
I think more of a coyote. Are you near mountains?
No,
or
but
are there coyotes on your street?
We saw one once, and now the dog doesn't go outside at night. So again, yes, I'm paranoid because we saw one once. They shouldn't be in the flats. We're in the flats.
No, they
But
are
they
in the
are in the
flats.
flats.
And what coyotes, and I mean, you have to feel sorry for the coyotes as well because they don't have
Water.
They don't have water and they don't have food. So they're reverting to eating pets.
He's snack size.
Did you hear that, Sonny?
He's that.
You need to be careful.
I know, that's-
Mommy said you need to be careful, honey.
There's steps I can take to go a little further.
Then
so
I
thank
would
you.
do that.
I'm gonna
Even
do
if
it.
you make a dog run.
Yeah. Oh.
Even if
Yeah.
you make a dog run and let the dog go in its own little special thing where it's not in and out of a whole big backyard that humans walk in and out of a gate from.
Great idea. I know exactly what to do.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
what I would do.
Ugh.
Okay, so, excuse me, do you have any questions about what we're talking about?
Just let me just say, I got to call my dad. Make sure the phone.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure like.
Yeah, okay.
My Char checklist.
Yeah,
Get a dog run.
yeah.
What am I forgetting? Yeah, that's right. Those are the two big
And
things.
and
right?
your husband is more needs to own his power and
right.
and be patient. He needs
Oh.
patience. He's not good.
Patient.
He's not good at patience.
There's a clock on everything, so he should.
Yeah,
maybe
he needs
just,
to learn to be patient. It's part. Life is a school. We're here to learn lessons. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And also, I see your daughter performing. Does she do that yet?
She does a lot of that, but that's not the area that she's thinking
going
of
into.
going into.
That's okay.
That's okay then.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
wants to
that's
keep
just-
it on the side because it's a joyful thing and not a result
And
oriented.
it's probably a healing thing for her.
It's her
and,
therapy.
Yeah, and it's probably really good for her. But that's why I see her performing. It doesn't mean that's what she'll do for a living.
Right.
But is she going to college yet?
No, she's in
She's
high
too
school, but she's
little.
thinking about it. She's in.
I think she's going to go to a university.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure what she's going into exactly, but she
does
is
she?
gifted with what she does. So do you have other questions?
Can I ask you
Yeah.
if there's somebody who shows up? Maybe.
Yeah, are you expecting someone?
Well, I was kind of hoping to speak to my
Don't tell
husband's
me too
mom.
much. Don't tell me too much. Is there an S or C in her name or K or C in her name?
No.
In her name?
No.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get her or not.
Huh.
I didn't give you the initials since we've been talking. It's not the same as
No.
anyone else, right? Is there an E or L in?
Well, I have a relative with E that recently passed.
A female?
Yes.
Is it EL or
Yeah, there's EL. Yes.
starts EL, the first two letters?
No.
Or
but
is,
there's
there's
an E and there's an L.
but does it start with E though?
Starts with an E.
Is it like Evelyn?
It's Evelyn. Yes, it is.
I feel I have Evelyn here.
Yeah.
We can't always
Choose.
We can't always summon everybody to
know.
come in.
That's what I was.
But I feel there's an Evelyn here. So
I thought that she might show up today.
you
That's
did?
awesome.
So you probably did summon her.
Maybe
just
I did.
If you just think of a spirit, they will show up sometimes in our readings.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know Daniel's mom. I'm not
Yeah.
sure that I know her. And it's not the same initial as anyone else we've talked about, right?
Mm-mm. It's not.
Is in her name, is there an N in it or an R in it?
No.
Okay, I don't know
She's
that I
not.
know her. And the other thing I was getting is a P or T.
Deceased?
Yeah. But that's not her.
No, it's not.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
got Evelyn and I've got
Wow, Evelyn.
I don't know his mom. I can't make it up.
Yeah. Well, Mary Louise was a surprise, and Joanne, of course. That's awesome. I'm so happy that I got to.
You know what?
acknowledge
We'll
her.
probably go off the air and I'll go, who's so and so? You know, yeah.
The
But I didn't give you her middle name or her last name or anything, right?
I actually don't know her middle name. No. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not feeling her.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if Daniel was here, I would, but
Mhm,
I'm not feeling her.
It's interesting what you said about Michael too, because the last time we worked together was actually in the studio. Sounds like our studio.
What studio?
This one.
Get
Just,
out of here. Do
yeah.
you know her?
No, but I just know what you just said.
Yeah. It was here. So it's
Yeah.
so. I mean, I know a lot of M's, but you said M and
Yeah.
Michael and creative, and yeah, it was here. Our dressing rooms are like down the hall.
Your dressing room.
Yeah.
Are you an
yeah.
actress?
I was 20 years ago. Yeah.
You were. What'd you do?
Here we were filming Days of Our Lives, a soap opera. They used to film here before they moved to NBC
Oh.
in Burbank,
Oh.
and that's where Michael and I worked together. That's where we met. He was my first friend I met in Los Angeles because I'm the job. So
Wow.
and
Whoa.
yeah, no, you know what, we have been threatening to work with each other on a theater project lately. So
I think it would be good if
I'm
you
gonna
did
follow
do
that
it.
up. Oh, we
Does
had
that
such
mean
a
that
good
you
time.
would be acting again?
Yeah, he would be directing though. I'm planning this in my head. I suppose I should ask him first.
Yeah, because in case he's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Okay, well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, my
I appreciate it.
pleasure.
I'll work on his mother,
Oh.
but God doesn't mean everybody's going to be around.
Exactly. Well, that's fascinating. And who shows up as like random people who are not necessarily in your inner circle, which is what's so interesting to
Well,
me.
sometimes it's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease.
Yeah. Right. No kidding.
Yeah, because, well, you probably, though, expected your grandma. You
y-
probably, you said you expected Evelyn
Yeah. And I was thinking about Joanne all day, thinking
And
I
Joanne,
just want
and
to
your cousin
acknowledge her.
Joanne.
Yes,
So
bless her
those
heart.
were the ones that were closest to you.
Mm.
Now, if Daniel were sitting here, I might get her. I can't guarantee it. I never have guarantees.
Yeah.
but-
so there's no messages or anything. Last time Joanne was trying to give me a message, and
I feel like
blew
they
it.
helped me with the information to your
My daughter
daughter, your mother,
and my mom.
your dad. I mean,
Yeah.
your
that was
dad.
great.
Right now, it's your dad that you need to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Well,
Okay.
Daniel's right next door, so maybe we'll drag him in and see if his mom shows up.
Okay.
Right? Last minute. Call him over.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here.
My
I appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so you just had a reading with Char. Tell me what it was like for you.
Char was able to connect me with people who, some of them were in my head and I was looking forward to speaking to, and then some completely surprised me. There were details that were actually really not only heartwarming to connect with these people personally, and just to know that I'm a presence in their afterlife as much as they're still a presence in my life. But I like the tips I got. There's stuff I can do, there's homework, there's things that I can take from this reading that are like applicable and helpful in my life. My disappointment is that I'm an idiot. I really wanted to speak to my husband's mom, and she said G, she said L, and I'm like, no, that's not who it is. And in fact, her name is Georgia Lynn, and I screwed that up. It's weird. You think you're gonna really nail it, and then you just your brain goes out the window.
Psychic amnesia.
Psychic amnesia? There's a term for it? So it's not just me?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, everybody. I appreciate you watching. Oh, next week, I'm going to be reading for people. So if you, okay, in a couple weeks, right. Okay, sorry. Elise is going, no, it's the 25th. It's the 25th. Okay, so I am going to be reading for people. So if you want to go to char.net and send an email that you want to call in on Skype or by telephone, or even if you're in the Los Angeles area, maybe we'll do some in-person readings. So please do so. I'd love to read for you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Oops. Did it? Is it gone?
No, you got it. You're back.
Oh, sorry. Sunny just screwed up the mic. This is what I love about live TV. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, take good care. Be well. Bye-bye.